Hello and welcome to news broadcasting on TayNinhTV newspaper and general television station with some latest events in TayNinhTV province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the proposed merger of Long An and TayNinhTV provinces is rising strongholds for comprehensive socio-economic development, especially the potential to significantly expand inland waterway logistics. This unification is expected to give a major boost to waterborne trade and transportation.
Long An features a dense river network including the Vam Cỏ Đông and the Vam Cỏ Tây rivers, along with the key canals like Nước Mặn, Trà Cú, and Kinh Sáng. And TayNinhTV, on the other hand, is home to the strategic Dầu Tiếng Reservoir, planning for 27,000 hectares, which plays a vital role in the water regulation and supports inland waterway transport. A unified region would allow for integrated planning for rivers, lakes, and canals, and enabling the larger cargo vessels to navigate more efficiently. A major asset is Long An International Port, which can handle a vessel up to 70,000 TWT deadweight tonnage. And the merged area is set to become a key inland waterway gateway for both regional and international trade, attract investment in logistics and supporting industry also. And with proper investment and development, the new TayNinhTV province waterway of energies could become a powerful driver for sustainable growth across the southern key economic region.
TayNinhTV Department of Finance has submitted a proposal to the Provincial Appeals Committee seeking approval for the Joint Stock Company, representing a group of investors, to conduct research and propose an investment project for the remaining section of the DT-827E route under the Public-Private Partnership PPP model. The project, with nearly 36 kilometers in length, is a key provincial infrastructure initiative aimed at enhancing regional connectivity and promoting industrial and urban development along the route. According to the proposal, the investor will cover on costs for project research, surveying, and preparation. If the project proposal is not approved, the investor will bear on associated costs and risks. In accordance with the PPP law, based on feedback from the Department of Construction and the Provincial Project Management Board, the Department of Finance has agreed to submit the proposal for provincial approval, allowing the investor to proceed with subsequent steps. Once completed, the project is expected to improve connectivity across the entire route, boost industrial and urban growth, and enhance the quality of life for local residents.
Bình Khánh Bridge is one of the two key bridges on the Bến Lức Long Thành Expressway, and after a pause, the construction resumed in September of 2022, and by June this year, the final two main bridges were connected, marking the bridge completion. The project is over 92% complete and progressing on the schedule, and this milestone paves the way for completing expressway by 2026, supporting the government's goal of 3,000 kilometers of expressways by 2025, and the nearly 60 kilometers expressway pass to Long An, Ho Chi Minh City, and Đồng Nai, and currently 30 kilometers are open to traffic, easing congestion on existing routes.
In the first half of 2025, the Provincial Farmers Union increased its support fund capital by over 1.7 billion Vietnam dong, disbursing funds to 35 projects with more than 600 households borrowing. The union also worked with the Bank for Social Policies to approve river rental loans exceeding 273 billion Vietnam dong for farmers, and coordinated with the Agriculture and Rural Development Bank to lend to over 6,500 farming households, with total outstanding loans now above 2.6 trillion Vietnam dong. Additionally, the union strengthened partnerships with suppliers, providing seeds and materials to farmers with interest-free deferred payments linked to technical transfer, totaling over 21 billion Vietnam dong, including more than 62 tons of fertilizer, 380 tons of seeds, and 5 tons of animal feed. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of June 30th at Thống Nhất Hall in Long An Province, Ms. Nguyễn Thị Thanh, member of the Party Central Committee and Vice Chairwoman of the National Assembly, recited over the ceremony general central and local resolutions and decisions regarding administrative unit merger, the establishment of party organizations, appointments of provincial leadership, People's Councils, People's Committees, and the Vietnam Fatherland Committee of the New TayNinhTV province and its subordinate communes and wards. The event was attended by former President Trường Tấn Sang, leaders from various National Assembly committees, standing members of the party committees of Long An and Tây Ninh, former provincial leaders, and party secretaries of the 96 communes and wards of the newly established Tây Ninh province. The ceremony was also broadcast live to commune and ward level locations across the province.
At the event, Mr. Lê Quang Huy, member of the Party Central Committee and chairman of the National Assembly Committee on Science, Technology and Environment, announced the central decisions, including the political resolution on establishing the Provincial Party Committee and appointing the key provincial leaders for the 2020 and 2025 term. The key appointments include Mr. Nguyễn Văn Quyết as Provincial Party Secretary, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng as Standing Deputy Party Secretary and Chairman of Provincial People's Council, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái as Deputy Party Secretary and Head of Provincial Delegation of the National Assembly Deputies, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Úc as Deputy Party Secretary and Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Hải as the Deputy Party Secretary and Chairman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front of the province, and Mr. Nguyễn Thành Vững hold the position as Chairman of Provincial Party Committee's Inspection Commission. The Provincial Party Committee's organizing department also announced decisions related to the establishment of new communes and wards, as well as the appointment of party committees and executive boards at the grassroots level. I have deep faith that with the resilient revolutionary tradition of our homeland, the unbreakable bonds along Vàm Cỏ Đông River, and our united strength, we will overcome the current challenges, and together we will enter a new chapter of our province history and achieve even greater accomplishments in the new era. And during the ceremony, Provincial Party Secretary Nguyễn Văn Quyết emphasized that the new Provincial Party Executive Committee will remain steadfast in the party reform path and fully aligned with the General Secretary Terlam's directive for provincial unification. He stated that TayNinhTV aims to become a model in the clean industry, high-tech agriculture, commerce, tourism, and a gateway for international trade in the Southeast region and nationwide. At the same time, the province will preserve and promote the unique cultural values of the Vàm Cỏ Đông and Vàm Cỏ Tây river basins. Starting July the 1st of 2025, a new journey begins. New challenges, new opportunities await us. More than ever, the unity and dedication of all party organizations, authorities, officials, party members, soldiers, and the people in the new province are essential to build a richer, more civilized, and compassionate new TayNinhTV. And we firmly believe that we will fulfill our development aspirations and write the new glorious chapters in the history of the resilient land, worthy of the legacy of our forebears who fought bravely to clear the path and build today's vibrant TayNinhTV. The Secretary also instructed the Provincial People's Committee departments and relevant agencies to promptly review and allocate resources for the affairs and housing arrangements, ensuring the necessary living and working conditions, overcome difficulties, promote solidarity, and quickly stabilize operation. He stressed that all the functions and responsibilities must be resumed without delay, with no disruption to the services or gaps in the governance, especially those directly affecting the public.
Turn to domestic news. The audience to promote the strength of the Vietnamese diaspora in national development, especially in science and technology, as outlined in Central Resolution number 57. The Science and Technology Office of the Vietnamese Embassy in Canada has officially launched the Network of Vietnamese Experts and Scientists in Canada, CVSA. CVSA brings together Vietnamese experts and scientists living in Canada, many of whom have made significant contributions in their fields and established strong reputations in their second home. Their work in science, technology, and innovation, key drivers of growth in Vietnam, positions them to play a vital role in supporting the country. The launch of this network enables them to share their knowledge and expertise in support of national progress. In 2025, the Ministry of Construction was assigned a total of 87.794 trillion Vietnam dong in centrally funded public investment by the Prime Minister. The Minister has already allocated 100% of this amount to project owners and is fully committed to achieving complete disbursement by year-end.
And to ensure effective implementation, the ministry began working proactively from the start of the year to accelerate the disbursement process. Unallocated capital has been distributed to the respective investors. By the end of May, approximately 7,613 trillion Vietnam dong has been disbursed, about 21.18% of the total plan assigned by the Prime Minister.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vietnam Financial and Investment Association in the United Kingdom, VIFA UK, was recently launched in London, with the role of becoming a trusted bridge between the financial communities and businesses of both countries. The event attracted the participation of various organizations, trade and financial associations, and businesses from both the UK and Vietnam. As a non-profit organization with around 100 founding members, including professionals in finance, asset management, investment, law and fintech from the UK, Vietnam and other countries, VIFA aims to build a cross-border collaborative ecosystem. Its mission is to share knowledge, experience and opportunities in the fields of finance and investment, helping Vietnamese financial companies enhance their competitiveness in the international arena. The vision of the association is to act as a bridge between Vietnam's financial markets and the United Kingdom. We aim to promote transnational cooperation while elevating the profile of professionals in finance, investment, and fintech on the global stage. At the same time, we want to create a platform for members to connect with each other and provide valuable information and support to the Vietnamese community in the UK, as well as serve as a link for Vietnamese businesses looking to invest in the UK. At the launch event, the VIFA Leadership and Industry Strategic Development pillars for the next 3 years. This include connection and advanced training through regular workshops and mentorship programs involving top industry experts, research collaboration and policy advocacy via consulting and commentary from international specialists, support for Vietnamese community in the UK and globally through financial advisory services tailored to individuals, businesses, and Vietnamese startups.
Well, I think there's a great opportunity because if you look at where we stand, I mean, Britain, obviously, we've got centuries of experience as a global power. We're still the #1 global financial capital in the world. We're talking about hundreds of millions of pounds worth of foreign exchange passes through the city on a daily basis. But when you look at countries like Vietnam, the young people, you look in this room, full of young, enthusiastic, highly educated individuals. If you put that together, you're talking about experience.
As Vietnam continues to develop its international financial center and expand the legal framework for its capital market, VIFA hopes to become an effective channel for financial collaboration between Vietnam and the UK, paving the way for sustainable growth in both markets.
According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, to ensure electricity supply, the national grid must be ready to mobilize oil-fired and gas-fired power sources, especially during the southern evening peak hours, even when the solar power is unavailable. EVN forecasts a rising electricity demand and evaluates the composition of the commercial electricity and consider the impact of increasing decentralized sources, particularly rooftop solar for self-use. It is working with the local utilities on the grid maintenance and upgrades, ensuring the rooftop solar absorption, securing the coal supply and slightly flexible fuel supply mechanisms, and fuel reserves also need to be increased to meet with the high system demand when needed.
In its latest article listing the 15 dream destinations with affordable prices, U.S. magazine Travel and Leisure has honored Hanoi as a vibrant city rich in thousand-year-old culture. Hanoi stands out for its dynamic street food scenes and affordability, making it ideal for adventurous travelers. The article highlights Hanoi's diverse experiences from lively cultural heritage and ancient history to globally acclaimed street food and Michelin-star restaurants. It also notes how the city's natural charm extends from its outskirts into its urban core. The best time to visit is from September to November during the dry season and peak tourism period. Round trip flights from New York to Hanoi start at around $870 and three-star hotel rooms range from $125 to $150 per night. Ladies and gentlemen, in the heart of the Middle East conflict during sleepless white nights, there existed a small community, the Vietnamese in Israel, who together endured 12 unprecedentedly tense days and nights. They didn't just survive, they spread love, comforted each other, and shared meals and sleep like members of one big family. When the sirens tore through the night, when fear wrapped into every corner of the street, the Vietnamese community quietly and steadfastly stood strong, without guns or armor. They endured with unity, optimism, and encouraging handshakes. Late-night text messages checking in, phone calls ensuring every single person was safe. When it was confirmed that no Vietnamese individuals were injured, everyone breathed a sigh of relief, reminding each other to stay safe. My family and I were very stressed. We've lived through many conflicts, but this one was extremely tough. The Vietnamese community in Israel is very united and always supports one another. After this war, I was deeply touched by how much people care and check in on each other. I believe we will be even more united because living in this country, we need to love and support each other even more. Ramp apartments certainly became shared shelters for many Vietnamese. Pots of rice were shared. Every food container was passed from hand to hand. People comforted each other with simple, heartfelt words. In the darkness of war, it was unity, mutual support, and love that lighted up hope and trust, becoming the firm foundation that helped them get through those brutal days together. Thank heaven that the Vietnamese community is safe and not heavily affected. After the war, everyone was so happy for the peace and eager to meet each other. There were already several get-togethers planned. Everyone is still cheerful as always. During the tense days of conflict in the Middle East, when people had to go down to shelters every night, our compatriots remained proactive in updating information and promptly notifying the embassy. Many Vietnamese groups voluntarily shared, care, and supported one another throughout the days of bombing and chaos. The war may have temporarily quieted, but the value of the Vietnamese community in Israel, like one big family, built during those 12 days and nights, will live on. And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.